I'm visiting some friends in LA, and a couple nights ago we watched 500 Days of Summer. They're more based in Hollywood, so today Joel and I came down to downtown LA to do some location scouting of 500 Days of Summer. Because in the movie, Summer calls Los Angeles one of the most beautiful cities in the world.
I think relationships are messy and people's feelings get hurt, and who needs it? We live in one of the most beautiful cities in the world. We're young. Might as well have fun while we can and leave the serious stuff for later.
Holy shit, you're a dude. She's a dude.
Downtown definitely has a different vibe than Hollywood. And when I first watched 500 Days of Summer, I thought it was filmed in New York. And like being in downtown LA now, I kind of get why. Like, it's a little bit more just classic downtown vibration. I had my suspicions when Summer said that LA is one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and I still do. So today we're gonna do some location scouting. We tried to go to Angel's Knoll, the park that they go to that has Tom's Bench, but it's closed, and it's apparently been closed ever since like before 2016. So like a decade or something. So that's our first stop, and at least we have a nice view of it. And then Tom mentions that his favorite building is the Continental building, which is apparently that one right there. And he notes that it is LA's first skyscraper. Pretty cool, pretty awesome.
Should we break in? Should we climb in, jump the fence?
I really want to, but I don't want to get arrested in this city.
I don't want to get arrested in Angel's Knoll.
Come with us and we will find out. Is LA one of the most beautiful cities in the world? Watch out Amsterdam, watch out Berlin, watch out Oslo, Copenhagen. You got some stiff competition.
First
in this city.
stop, shut down park that they stopped taking care of.
Shut down park that nobody cares about. That actually looks pretty good. Probably because no one's taking care of it, actually looks good.
Yeah, it looks nice.
And no one's allowed in is the key.
It does look kind of nice and natural, long grass, and I'd like to hang out at one of these benches.
In LA, like I would even fucking pay to enter this park. Like if they had an entry fee of like $3, I'd be like, fuck it. Like there's no grass anywhere else.
I can see why Joseph Gordon-Levitt loves this bench. I'd sit on that bench.
I would love to be sitting on that bench right now.
But look at this. This is the whole area.
Is that turf? Or real grass?
Looks like real grass.
Okay, awesome. But it is fenced off, luckily.
This is a weekend. It's dead. Is this just not a place people hang out?
I don't know. We're gonna have to find maybe where people hang out.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's also a deleted scene in, I keep wanting to call it How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother.
In 500 Days of Summer.
Your Mother. 500 Days of Your Mother.
Yeah, there's a deleted scene that takes place in the Grand Central Market. So we're gonna get some dinner later there also.
We're gonna get some food.
Yeah. So there's the Continental building, Angel's Knoll, Bradbury Building, which has like the cool architecture at the end of the movie, where he has the meeting, and then and the bar that they do karaoke in. And we're also gonna go to the fountain, the Pretty Woman fountain. It was also used in Pretty Woman.
Is that where the dancing scene is?
Yeah, that's where Joseph Gordon-Levitt did his little dance.
Because he had sex.
Because he got laid.
Because he had so much sex.
Yeah.
He's like, yep, Hall & Oates, cue Hall & Oates, I'm dancing.
Yeah. They should have ended the movie at that.
Because you can't top a guy having sex. That's the most epic thing that could happen in a movie.
Yeah, I didn't really understand what they were trying to do with the rest of the movie after that.
Yeah. It would have been nice for the video to get a shot on the iconic bench. So here, I'll zoom in, and then you could Photoshop us on top of it. Right there. Angel's Knoll might be closed, but they have a tram that's open.
Welcome.
Do you take a card?
We love cards.
Okay, we got 2 people.
Okay, will this be one way down?
One way down.
Okay, so it's just 2 payments.
You want to sit across from each other?
Yeah,
Right, it's more scenic on that side.
Angel's Knoll.
Ironically, it was in downtown. Really the best
It's very rickety.
Oh, yeah.
Scary.
Hey, you got this, get this.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Nice flowers.
Wow.
Flowers.
That felt dangerous.
That'd be a hell of a way to go. The
Angel's Flight.
Angel's Flight. This is the shame of LA. They'll have a beautiful thing and they'll just forget about it. Like this park
Lock it up.
This park looks so nice.
It
And
could have
here's
been
my
beautiful.
problem. When Summer said that LA was one of the most beautiful cities in the world, I kind of rolled my eyes because I feel like there's nowhere in LA that is wholly beautiful. They'll have a beautiful thing and then next to it you got a dumpster.
That's true,
or,
that's true.
Or like a disheveled building or something that's just been forgotten. Like even on this ride up, this whole left side just like an abandoned parking garage. It's like
Yeah.
you got a beautiful thing here and then
There's never a panoramic view.
there's never a panoramic view in LA because you're gonna get somebody shitting on the wall
Yeah.
on one side of it. And then
That's
the other
like-
side will be a big, beautiful thing.
There's the Grand Central Market,
There's the market.
but we're gonna go to the Continental Building, which is this way.
Look at this. This park looks so nice.
Yeah, it looks so beautiful.
I can't even wrap my head around why it's closed. Is it the hill? They don't want people falling down the hill?
No idea. We're approaching the Continental Building, and so far it's awesome.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I get why Tom had the excuse of at least LA has a few interesting facades in downtown from the older days,
Yeah.
and the fire escapes are cool.
It's I feel like it's the kind of building you see a lot of in New York.
Yeah, but it still has that classic American flair of okay, they did a couple facades, they did a couple details, but it's still the main part of it is this really depressing brick. But
Yeah, I
But it's
think the top and bottom are beautiful.
yeah,
And then in the middle, they're just a big long
They
chunk
kind of
of
forgot about
bland. Yeah.
they were okay, the brick can just be cheap,
Yeah.
which is that's fine. I think I saw a lot of this bottom part going on in Paris. The weird line pattern, or some city. I forget what city. I think Paris.
She forgot.
I don't know. Paris is forgettable. LA is forever memorable.
LA will never be forgotten.
Yeah. Here it is. In case you can't see it from here, you can look at it on it from here. So that's good. I think that's a really interesting, cool aspect, beautiful aspect. If you get too close to the building, you still have the chance to look at it. And I really want to see if there's a way in. So Joel, if you could be discreet as we try to break and enter.
How are you gonna get in?
I don't know. Let's see if there's a public entrance. I'm not gonna.
Alright.
One of my goals in life is to be on this, what's it called? On this collage of paintings on the Continental Building.
Only the real ones are. All right, if any of you wants a creative live-in workspace, the Continental downtown lofts are for sale. I don't think we're gonna get in.
We're not. So there's no way into the Continental Building. The outside's cool. It's nice that you can get closer to it and still have a full view of it. And I like the paintings, and I hope that one day I'll be on a painting on the Continental Building.
Can you do the flashbacks while you say all this stuff?
Yeah. Out of 500, we got to make it out of 500 rating.
All right.
So Angel's Knoll was 300 out of 500 because it was close, but it's still pretty.
Yeah.
And the Continental Building we can't get in, so it's but it's cool. It's got some history. First skyscraper, maybe 150 out of 500.
Whoa.
Yeah. What about you?
So far, we're 0 for 2 for getting into the location
Yeah.
from 500 Days of Summer. But I wouldn't expect to be able to get into an apartment building. So I'd say
would.
the Continental Building has 250
Whoa.
out of 500. It's just
That's
a
fair, I was
solid building. And then the Angel's Knoll would be a 400, I think, but it's down to 200 because it feels indicative of LA just
Yeah,
not
it's
caring
really
for
sad.
itself and just not letting you go the
Yeah.
nice places. And just letting those, it's they either open that in the next 10 years or it's just going to be a disheveled garbage pit, you know?
Yeah. So I agree with your ratings as well, Joel.
Thank you.
Okay, next is the Bradbury Building. We'll see if we can get into that one. That one, I think there is public access to the main, like general floor, the ground level.
Is it this way?
Yeah, I think it's around the corner.
It's kind of a shocker to me that in a movie about architecture, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character didn't bring up one of the most gorgeous buildings in the city, the El Pollo Loco on Broadway. Simply put, its views are beautiful.
Is this it?
Today it's closed.
The Bradbury?
It closed an hour ago.
Oh, it closed an hour ago? Is it already 5 p.m.? Oh, 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Ah, crud. Maybe we can... I kind of want to come back to this spot. Like, it's really... Like, I was really excited to see that. Damn. This is going really well.
Should we walk around?
3 for 3, it's closed. But, walk around the building?
Is it just this entrance, or is there something around the corner, too?
I don't know.
On weekends, it closes at 2.
F.
That one would have been open, so you gotta give credit to LA.
Yeah.
They have a place that you could go inside. That's nice. All right, you got a flash on the screen at this part. Spoilers, 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 spoilers for the movie. Spoilers, 500 Days of Summer.
Okay.
You've been warned. I'm about to spoil the movie for you, but make no mistake, this is where Tom, famously at the end of the movie, meets his soon-to-be partner, Autumn. And we come full circle, and he begins 500 Days of Autumn. Or hopefully, infinite days of autumn, and they get betrothed and loved each other forever.
Yeah, or hopefully 500 days of autumn, and then 500 days of winter, and 500 days of spring, and 500 days of summer, and so on. But it was made in 1910. This building was built in 1910, and I want to go inside, but it's closed. And I am going to beg Joel to bring me back to this building. So maybe we'll see it another time. Looks like the Bradbury is also a popular spot. There was like 2 other couples that also tried to get in. I think I'll rate the Bradbury Building. I really hope I can get back inside. I think I'm not going to hold not being able to go inside today against it. And we did get a good peer into the window, and it did look really pretty in there. So I'm going to give it probably like 400 out of...
400?
No. 300 out of 500, because I don't think there's really any place inside of the pretty area of it to sit and like read or like have a coffee. They did have like a nice little cafe under it, but it's all like modernized in there, so it kind of takes away the point. So if there is like a solid place for the public to chill in there, then maybe even 400, but I don't think there is, so 300. And it's very pretty, and it was built around 1910.
It was closed. I don't have any thoughts.
But it's also a cool building from the outside.
It was a good building. It was old and good.
Joel wasn't sold on it. You couldn't even give me a ballpark?
I didn't see the cool part. Seems like the cool part's the inside.
Whoa. Okay. One thing about LA is that there might not be a well-kept park, but there's always somewhere to buy an alcoholic beverage for at least $20.
Yep. And we found one.
In the middle of the day. What do you rate the disco out of 500?
500.
Yeah, 550.
Save for all the things put up.
Yeah. Joel, what are the odds that the fountain is on?
Odds that the fountain's open or on?
Yeah.
Odds that it's open, 80%. Odds that it's on, given LA, maybe 50%.
I'm gonna say like a 40% chance that it's on. I'll be really impressed if it's on. That's the thing about LA, is that it lowers your standards so much that like I'm starting to really not trust my perception here. Because if I could immediately compare it to Amsterdam or something, then I think I would say what the heck, but we just don't know. Finally a green area to chill. Smells a little bit lighter. You can actually taste the air. You can taste the pollen, kind of.
LA's a constant battle of pollen and piss when you're in a park. You gotta hope the pollen wins out sometimes, and right now we got full-on pollen, baby. We're in Los Angeles' Grand Park. I've lived here 2 years. I've never come to this park, and it seems okay.
Seems all right.
Our benches are a little confusing because there's some water on.
These are the signature chairs of Gloria Molina Grand Park, the parkforeveryone.org. These are their signature chairs. And
Let's get a quick review of the chairs.
pretty solid. It seems like clean enough to sit on. Pretty nice. And right now the fountain is partially on. I think we should sit here for like 2 minutes and see if it ever goes. When I'm in a park, I like to feel immersed in a park. I like to feel like I'm in a park. There's just not enough grass around it for me to feel like parkness. So in terms of park, if I'm thinking I want to be in a park, then I'd say this is like a 200 out of 500. I think I've seen some pretty nice parks. And I like the fountain. The fountain's cool. But I'm also pink, this kind of pink. Not huge on this hot pink.
I don't think that was in the movie.
No, this was not in the movie.
It's either new or they took it out for the movie.
Yeah.
All the
But yeah.
hot pink chairs.
I'm just not elated by this place, so I think I'm just gonna say 200, and I'm just kind of an indifference about it here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a fair rating.
yeah, indifference and like wouldn't come back.
200 sounds good to me. I think it's like kind of a miracle to find a place in LA that looks pretty clean and well kept. Like the trees are nice, really nice palm trees here, and like there's not any garbage and the grass is clean, and so all of that I think is just my really low standards from being in LA speaking. I don't think I have a fair point of view because LA just makes you so numb that like anything that seems remotely clean will be nice. But yeah, 200's fair. 200 rating for this fountain and park. Could use a little more grass to sit around the fountain.
Yeah, this could be like a really nice spot to chill with the homies and like on grass with a picnic blanket. Yeah, just so far in LA, I don't know if I've really seen a place to bring a picnic blanket and
Oh,
chill.
Tiana, I have news. I
Oh.
just saw this. You gotta come, breaking news.
Oh,
Closed for repair. Leave it to LA. 4 for 0. We got 0 for 4 on things being operational.
leave it to Los Angeles, California to inconvenience you.
So I should introduce you to the driest fountain you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah. Oh, but we can follow them on Instagram to keep tabs.
Oh, cool.
What a nice place to come and sit and wonder nothing. I don't know. My brain is just so confused with the noise of the disco and mixed with the water and just like not being able to make sense of what LA wants to be visually.
LA doesn't know.
Yeah, and it just scrambles up my mind, and it makes me feel very anxious here. But I like the little stand. I like the little stand that the fountain's on. It makes me want to run around on it and climb it.
Yeah. Do you think, where's the bridge that they're walking on when all the pedestrians start talking to them? It's probably down on the other side of the park.
Yeah,
right?
it might be down on the other side.
I'm a rule breaker.
Are you gonna walk on the water?
Yeah, safe to say I'm a rule breaker.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't even listen to the rules once.
I feel a lot safer breaking the rules in other cities. In LA, I feel like I'm minutes away from being arrested.
LA, I feel the opposite because I feel
because
like,
it's such a lawless town.
yeah, it's a lawless town. LA
Yeah.
just lets the stuff go to shit.
That's fair.
I feel similarly in New York, there's just so much that they don't care about you.
True, actually that's
Yeah.
true. Wait, that's right.
But if you jump a turnstile in New York, yeah, you're gonna get fined, I guess. Excuse me, ma'am. You're under arrest.
No, I'm not from here. I don't know what that. Je ne comprends.
Okay, she's good to go. Another day being a police officer in Los Angeles, California. My job here is done.
You can never escape cars here also. They're always somewhere looking at you.
They just put them everywhere. Waiting for the fountain. It was off. Part of it was on, and it was clean. So for that, I'll give it 200 out of 500.
Yep, solid 200.
Solid 200.
I wasn't offended by it, but I actually was offended. I actually was offended by it because it was off.
It was off and closed for repairs.
Yep.
And LA seems like the kind of city that would just leave a closed for repair sign up for years, just to avoid having to actually do it.
And we know they've done it thanks to Angel's Knoll.
I'm finding a problem with the 500 rating system because in the movie, 500 is the day he finally processes his grief and moves on. So yes, that's a great number, but 300 is actually the darkest point because 300 is when they break up, and 0 is actually 1 is really nice because it's when they meet. So this is all very complicated.
It's quite complicated.
This makes things very complicated for the 500 rating scale.
Yeah, we're just gonna flatten the plot and use the numbers.
There's no plot in the movie now.
There's no plot. It smells like piss again. I think I'm standing where someone pissed. I think
everywhere somewhere.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say it constantly feels like I'm standing where someone pissed.
LA, it's more amazing if you're not standing somewhere somebody's pissed, and if you are not standing where somebody's pissed,
then
you better piss there because you're gonna claim that spot.
Exactly.
I'm a chronic jaywalker because that's how people do it in New York, but then you move to LA and people are very hesitant with jaywalking.
Yeah. There's this bustling intersection right in the middle of this park, and we were waiting for a while, and the person parked in front of us as we were contemplating crossing gave us some advice. He said,
sometimes you just gotta say fuck it and go.
Yeah. Break
the rules. It's okay to break the rules. And he's right. Like right now, we should go now. And we should keep going.
Yeah. We just accomplished something. The park kind of is closed in a way. Everything is closed. Oh, maybe that's the bridge? I don't know. I'm really glad people are having fun at this disco, but I am also very sad and holding back tears because I just want to see 500 Days of Summer locations today. And in reality, I haven't actually seen a single one of them. Like, I really haven't experienced a single one of the locations. It was only half on. Like, I haven't fully experienced anything. One last thing at this park is that I want to do a little dance because that's what Joseph Gordon-Levitt does here.
She just got laid. Wait, get me.
It smells like piss, and there it is, the Redwood. This is where Summer and Tom and co-workers of theirs do karaoke. So let's go see if they're doing some karaoke right now. I think that they probably have karaoke going on 24/7 since their viral smash hit moment in 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a beer here or something to feel like I really experienced it.
It's also pirate themed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pirate themed, so just be careful. It might be really scary, so just be careful. This is just a warning.
Interesting thing you wouldn't assume from the movie is the pirate theme.
It seems like somewhat piratey. I mean, it just seemed old style in the movie, but
they really de-emphasize it because there's a literal scary skeleton right here.
Yeah, it's actually really scary. So we're inside the bar, and it's very scary. I'm holding back my fear. I'm trying not to show it on my face too much. But yeah, here we are. There's sports, and there's the stage that they did their karaoke on.
Karaoke?
Yeah, and and they've got a really scary pirate image on the stage, but I like it. It's very moody in here. and cozy. I feel like there's probably not a ton of like cozy bars in LA, so it's nice to find a spot that feels like, I don't know, cozy and warm. What do you think, Joel?
It's very pirate themed. I would not have guessed from the movie there was any pirates here at all, but it's a very pirate themed bar, and I'm curious if that's always been the case or if that's like a new management thing.
I also feel like they probably have really yummy bar food that I would get, but we're gonna get some food later at the Grand Central Market. Yummy beer. I got the Mexican style street cart, and it's super yummy. And Joel got.
I got Shirley Temple. Sometimes it's a very good Shirley Temple, but I will say sometimes if a place doesn't do the cherry, you gotta start questioning things.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It still tastes good.
Hell yeah. Can I try it?
Very sweet.
Very yummy. Yeah.
Yummy, yummy.
I feel like there's just not a ton of bars that really immerse you in a theme, so it's really nice that they do that. And it still feels like sophisticated. It doesn't feel like, it's not like a rainforest cafe vibe. They do karaoke on Mondays, so we're gonna come back and do that.
Karaoke rocks. I love a bar karaoke. I've done private room karaoke, and it's fun to sing with your friends, but I feel like karaoke is all about the embarrassment.
Yeah.
Karaoke is all about getting up in front of people and just making a fool of yourself. So I'm like, why would I pay more to not have that experience when like bars do free karaoke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a nice time to embarrass yourself, and it's so important to practice embarrassing yourself. And I think karaoke is such a fun way to do that and get out of your comfort zone.
And karaoke is perfect because there's no wrong performance.
Yeah.
I think if you're good or bad, it's a good performance. Because
Yeah,
if
exactly.
it's bad, it's funny, and if it's good,
Yeah.
it's entertaining.
It's just like a very nice setting to get out of your comfort zone and like mess up. It's nice that it's like, it's almost encouraged to like mess up. But also if you're good, then that's awesome. People are like, whoa, that's cool.
This is where they were sitting? Maybe. We're just leaving the Redwood pirate bar with the pirate stuff.
Yeah.
I think that was awesome.
It was really cute, and I would totally go back, and I'm starting to understand summer a little bit more with that one at least.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to get the whole experience there. I got to have a beer, get a little buzz.
That was a real cozy bar.
Wait, what, did you get yourself in that?
It's all mirrored. It's
Yeah,
weird.
you gotta get used to the mirroring. I'd give that place a 450 out of 500.
450 if karaoke nights are awesome.
500
Could
if the
be
karaoke night's
500.
wrong.
Could be 500 if karaoke nights go hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very Mark Tall in here.
Yeah.
The visual.
It was Tampopo. You gotta gently.
Wow, so awesome. We're back at Angel's Knoll after our 500 Days of Summer journey. We saw Angel's Knoll, which was closed, the Continental Building, which was closed, and we saw the Bradbury Building, which was closed, and we saw the Fountain.
Gloria Fountain at Grand.
which was half closed.
Half closed.
And we saw
The Redwood.
Redwood, which was
Which
open.
was open and awesome.
And awesome.
And then we went to Grand Market.
Yeah, we went to Grand Central Market. Did lots of good food there. The Grand Central Market was really cool. I feel like on a more outgoing day I would like to go. It's just like lots of people there, very echoey.
Lots of people,
Kind
lots
of
of
crazy.
music. Yeah.
But it was nice.
Good time.
Yeah.
Overall, 500 Days of Summer
Yeah.
challenged us to see if LA was the most beautiful city in the world.
Yes.
And it's a city.
It's a city.
I don't think it's one of the most beautiful.
No. Well,
We've had the pleasure of exploring some really cool cities together.
yeah. I've seen a lot of beautiful cities with Joel, and LA, I gotta say, it's exciting. It's an exciting city. I don't know if I would call it a beautiful city. I mean, it's it's beautiful that many walks of life come together. But
To
the
live
but
in
the
squalor.
beauty
A bunch of people
Yeah.
come together to live in chaos and
it's chaos. It's chaos, and it's quite sad that the world could function much more smoothly, and it doesn't in
Yeah.
LA.
And I was saying LA
There's so much potential.
never gels together as like a
No.
cohesive aesthetic or a cohesive city to explore. You
Yeah.
know, it never feels like, oh, this is the area to walk around and hit all the spots.
Yeah.
Like there's some cool things everywhere in LA, and there's a
bunch of
lot of
blocks
just
away.
nonsense in between.
Yeah.
Whether it's just residential buildings that were built kind of haphazardly, or something else. It's just all pretty scattered and far away.
Yeah. It was nice that at least all the 500 Days of Summer buildings were in downtown LA so we could walk, which is it's been the first time that I could walk around LA to different spots. But very disappointing that all these beautiful spots were
Yeah.
closed. Especially the park. The
Angel's
Angel's Knoll
Knoll?
Park. It's
Right
really
behind
very
us?
sad.
Looks like it'd be such a beautiful park if they
Yeah.
just upkept it.
Yeah, there's just not enough upkeep going on in LA, and I don't know why that is, but it makes me sad.
Before we came
yeah.
here, I looked up a review of Angel Knoll on Google Maps, and they said it was closed, but it was in 2016, so I thought there was a good chance it'd be open again. But
Yeah, no.
7 years later,
No dice.
No dice.
But there is Angel's Flight, and I did only feel like a couple of times it was going to lose the rails and fall to our demise.
Why do you feel that way? Just because
It was so rickety.
how you thought it was
Like I went up such a steep tram in like Bergen to go up a mountain. Not a single bump.
Oh, you're talking about the tram.
Yeah, the diagonal tram.
Yeah.
Not a single bump in Bergen, and they're going up a mountain. We went up
Yeah.
a small hill that leaves you a bit winded once you get to the top of it if you take the stairs.
I did a big
And
long
it was completely
tram.
rickety and not very good. But it
did-
was sort of charming.
I did a big long tram out near Geneva, Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where I went? Yeah, Geneva. And it went up a mountain, and that one was pretty rickety and shaky and
Okay.
scrapey, but it was still really nice.
Yeah.
Very scenic and nice and old.
That's good.
Yeah.
Encompassing the 500 things. So wait, Grand Central Market, I would give it like probably a solid 250 out of 500 because it's solid, lots of good food, but I am overwhelmed.
Yeah, 300 I'd say maybe.
It's cool that they make a spot for people to actually come together in LA because it feels like that's rare.
Yeah. Good spot to
But
eat.
it was freaky.
You wouldn't go there all the time if you live in
Yeah.
LA, but if you're visiting LA, it's a good spot
But
to
even
go.
if I did live in the area, I'd probably get takeout there a lot.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
good food.
Good hub for a lot of food.
Yeah.
This building is shutting down because everything in LA is closed. But okay, rating all of the things you visited out of 500. What's your overview rate?
Like if I were to tell somebody to do the 500 Days of Summer walk, I don't think I would. I think
Yeah.
it was maybe 200 out of 500 as like
Yeah.
is good company will make anything
Yeah.
nice. But the general area and walk, it was nice to see.
Yeah. I mean, I do like that it's at least a walkable thing to do in LA. And so if everything was open, I would say maybe 300 out of 500.
Yeah.
But since everything was closed, unless you really like 500 Days of Summer, like it
Yeah.
was pleasurable for me. I was like, whoa, this is cool. I like that. But
Redwood is a good place for a night out.
Redwood was awesome. But yeah, okay. So, but my personal, like, I get that objectively it's a very low score. But for me, I found joy out of going to the location. So I think I'd say, even though things were closed, personally, it was probably like a 300 out of 500. Just because I like seeing the movie spots and like
Yeah.
visualizing them and being like, oh, this was a real spot where that happened once, and
Yeah,
I like that.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, and I know even though it was negative at times when things were closed, it was kind of exciting that things were going wrong. You know, sometimes it's cool.
Yeah. Well, move to LA if you like things going
Wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you love when things go wrong, it's an awesome thing to do.
Los
yeah.
Angeles.
So we're gonna go back to Redwood for a karaoke night sometime, and I really hope I can see the inside of the Bradbury soon. But until then, maybe you'll see those on my channel next time. But thanks for joining us today for this.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. And thanks to the people who subscribe to my Patreon. Thank you. Most beautiful city
We live in one of the most beautiful cities in the world. If she said the United States, it might be a little more up for debate.
Yeah. Maybe
Maybe.
maybe in the United States, maybe.
Yeah. All right.